There's a popular myth among parents especially that antibiotics are required for all infections. In fact, in Cloud9 we did a survey recently. What we found was 80% of the children who are coming with upper respiratory tract infections are having viral infections, and we don't use antibiotics at all. Whether you use antibiotics or not, viral infections take 3 to 4 days to get better, and they get better on their own. So giving antibiotics for viral infections is absolute waste of time, and also it increases unnecessary use, which increases the resistance. The green mucus can be normal in some children, and thick mucus can happen depending upon what irritates their breathing tubes, or what we call as the bronchioles and bronchi. And many viruses can also trigger mucus production, and that can also produce green mucus. Green mucus does not necessarily mean it's a bacterial infection. This is the biggest mistake which a lot of parents do, which actually triggers antibiotic resistance. Antibiotics are given for bacterial infections. As I mentioned, only 10 to 20% of the infections in children are bacterial. And depending upon what is the bacteria, sometimes we give antibiotics for 5 days, sometimes we give for 7 days, sometimes we give for 10 days, or sometimes we give even for 14 days. The reason is each bacteria has got a threshold to get stuck in your body, and it takes a certain time for the bacteria to be eliminated completely from your system. Stopping these antibiotics much earlier than given only encourages the bacteria to be linger around and get used to the antibiotics, and next time when you take the antibiotics, they do not respond. That is what we call as a bacterial resistance. To avoid that, when antibiotics are given, you need to complete the course. So there is absolutely no need to give stronger antibiotics, expensive antibiotics, which only triggers bacterial resistance, and they should be used only if there is a culture proof showing that the routine antibiotics don't work, and then or it shows resistance, then you should be able to use other antibiotics which are indicated in the culture report.